he said that if we have anything left, you said the same thing, we can see what we have left. We might come up with a good idea on Coleman, but then if we've already approved this and that money's gone, then we can't go back, we can't get it back, and we're gonna say, geez, we wish we had the money, this is a good idea.
Well, I think the fact that they've been able to get Anger Road down to just a little better than 50% of what you originally told us is fantastic. And that's why I think we ought to move on that tonight. And I do like your idea, Dan. You're showing us that if you take a second look at some things, you might be able to reduce it to 50 to 60% of what you were talking about with your original costs.
Right, and I mean, if you know you're going to have, you can project where you are next year. I mean, you could borrow ahead for some of the work that you'll want to do this year. I mean, there's other ways to deal with the financial end of it. That's not my particular job, except to tell you the numbers. But if the board wants to keep moving on that, you know, possibly that's a way to do it. I didn't mean to say, Tom, that I was limiting funds. That's your decision.
No,
yeah.
Well, also, how long could we negotiate with Youngblood to keep that bid price alive for us to at least evaluate?
Well, I think one of the key elements here to getting
To evaluate which?
What we might have to do on Coleman Road this year.
Coleman, okay.
Well, I mean, we can talk with him and see how long he'll leave the contract open, because we have a unit price contract where we reserve the right to add or delete quantities.
How long do you think that gives us that right to add or delete?
Until we close it.
Yeah,
It's our
we're to the end.
discretion.
I would say till the end of this paving season is my guess, because we're almost there anyway, really.
I think a lot of it with Larry Youngblood will depend upon his work schedule and the commitment that he has to other municipalities and companies moving forward. So we can't really speak for Youngblood Paving. We don't know what their work schedule looks like. If they have openings, there's holes in their schedules that they need to fill in, I'm sure they'd be more than willing to do additional work.
But they have committed to Anger officially.
Yes, they have.
They what?
They've committed to Anger. They've committed that they will do the work and accept the change order and go forward in the end prices. So that's why I was saying we have positive momentum going forward to get that buttoned up. And I mean, when you think about it, I mean, the residents out there are going to be putting up with that construction. For the overlook part of it, you know, you break that into two parts, and it's going to affect people in two years. You know, it'd be better to get it all done and over with.
There's hardly anybody lives there yet. It's not like there's a lot of residents in the overlook yet.
I bet there's a lot of people who live in Cecil that travel to Southport that way.
Well,
I think
I
it's
would
a
like to
great
have a
price.
commitment from our board. And I'm ready to move on both. But I want to do both of them together.
Well, I'd like to look and see what the numbers are. I'm not going to commit to something I don't know the numbers are. We'll look at them. I think the fantastic that you were able to reduce things on Anger Road down to 50 to 60% of what the original cost was. So I think we need to go ahead and let you look at Coleman too and see if you can do some work on that
We'll
too.
get together with Bill and look at alternative.
How long might it take
Thanks.
you?
Coleman, yes.
How long might it take you?
Over the next couple of weeks, we'll look into it, Elizabeth. Get something for you for the September meeting.
Can we do it before then? We're getting late if we wait till the September meeting.
I would suggest at this point that you look at phasing that and determine how you want to phase that particular road. Do you want to phase that road from Grange Road down to North DePauli, then North DePauli out to a certain point? I think that's the first thing you need to determine is where does the funding sit or best fit the phasing that might go on out there that we might be able to accomplish this year.
Funding could sit anywhere. If we don't have, we certainly have enough money around that we should be able to do it. If we can't, then we can borrow. You know, we've never taken, in the 3 years that I've been a supervisor, we've never taken a tax anticipation note. But if we need to do that, we need to do it. It's not a big deal, whether we spend it now or whether we spend it in the spring. I think that these people have suffered on Coleman Road long enough, and it's time that we bite the bullet and do something about it.
Frank, do you have an opinion on it? How do you feel?
I thought we should do Anger and phase it somewhere Coleman Road.
Let's go ahead and get
He's waiting.
see what we can come up with and approach us in the next meeting for Coleman to let us know.
I won't vote on it. I'm sorry, I can't vote on it. You make too many promises, and I can't believe in them.
Andy, there's gonna have to be something done on Coleman Road.
I understand that, that's what we have to look at.
There's 5 areas where the road is going illegal. I saw tonight on the way down to the meeting, there's a crack in the road, 1.5 inches wide. The other day, when it rained, the water was running right in it. School's gonna start pretty soon. You're gonna have a lot of school buses going down there 7 a day. If something would happen and the school bus was over that hill, it's gonna be, whatever you say, $2 million to fix it, it's gonna be a lot cheaper to fix it now than wait till a school bus goes over there.
I understand the school bus has been going down there for 30 years because my kids went down there on a school bus.
Well, they ain't going down today, right?
They've been going down there. But I still think that we need to look at it the way we are.
There's no reason why the people in this township have to travel such an unsafe road. No reason.
Well, I think we need to go ahead and move forward on Angler when we got a commitment from the contractor to do it right now. And we've got a price that's at least 50 to 60% of what it was originally.
You don't have to do. You're taking all storm work out, right?
Yeah, okay, come on, guys.
No, man, you face it.
No,
You don't have to do. You're not putting anything, you're taking all the storm sewer out. So
you're
it's gonna
getting
be
it done
that.
now. You're getting an improvement done.
What?
You're getting an improvement done.
You're gonna have pipe crossing the road if you do what's not going.
And I guess my point just remains that to me, Coleman is a priority where anger, it'd be nice to get it all buttoned up, as we said before, but there's no real crush on anger. I'd rather just hold that money and have it available to start those phases.
If you've driven both of the roads, which one do you consider the worst right now?
Well,
Dan, which one is the worst, Dan?
We'll see which one's worse.
Dan, which would you consider the worst right now?
We're not talking about one road.
That's in the township.
We're talking about
You got your road, you got your road paved, didn't you?
Yeah, Frank, got yours done, in your driveway.
I never voted on it.
Oh, no.
Come on. What would you say would be the worst condition right now?
I would say they're both in bad condition. I'm just, I understand the residents' issues on Coleman, and I respect that. I think that we've been making progress on the roads and we've got things done. I would say that there's probably more traffic on Anchor Road, and usually more attention is given to the roads that have the most traffic. So that's why.
Is that why Range Road got paved?
Yeah.
I've been asked for an opinion. So it's really the supervisor's decision, and I don't want to get in the middle of a debate. Both roads are in bad condition. You have to spend a lot of money on Coleman already this year for emergency repair. I think there's things that we can do, but the reality of Coleman Road, it's going to be somewhere between $1 million and $2 million, no matter how much we cut it down. So whether the board wants to take that on this year and start that work, or next year.
Even if you did that, Dan, the construction season's running out right now too. You're
It
gonna be
is.
able to get drainage in or something out there, but
It is.
The sooner you get it done, the cheaper it's gonna be for the township.
Absolutely. Hey, if I had my druthers would pave every road in the township, and get the whole place up to speed. But again, it's limited dollars, and what do you do with those dollars? And I can't, I'm not going to get caught in the middle of political debate. All things equal, both roads require attention. Which one makes more sense to do right now? That's the supervisor's decision.
Well, how many school buses go on Angle Road?
I'm not aware.
Why don't we do a traffic survey?
Yeah. Which one is in more
I don't know.
danger?
Okay,
I think we need to do both of them, and that solves the problem.
We need
Get
to
it
drill.
over with, do both of them. What?
We need to drill in Cecil Township, and then we have money.
Get $1.3 million impact fees.
discussions between the supervisors. Now, what's going on now? Are we gonna vote on Angler Road or not? I mean, I'll make the motion that we do Angler Road and we do the tree cutting for 176,631 that you gave us for the road, for the paving and the drainage and everything, and the 12,950 for the tree removal. Do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
No.
No.
Okay, so it's tabled, it didn't pass.